I'll introduce myself. My name's
Cool.
Jackson. I'm in Kansas City, and I like metal music. Okay, next, please.
I'm Josh. I am from Wisconsin, pretty much in Minnesota, about 7 miles away, and I'm also in the metal.
I'm Jordan. I'm from Detroit, but I live in Austin, Texas right now. And I enjoy metal and walking my dog and long walks on the beach.
With your dog.
Yeah. Yeah, preferably.
Awesome.
But,
Okay.
yeah.
To get it started, I guess we got to get the lame news out of the way first. Yesterday, or I guess late. Whoops, Josh, we lost you. Oh, did Josh drop? Oh, what happened?
No, I see him on my end.
Yeah, I can see you guys.
All my video just dropped.
It's you, Jackson.
Can
It's
you
all
hear
your
me?
fault.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
WTF?
I can hear and
both of
see you.
No, this is going so fine.
You should keep this in. It makes for good commentary.
What's going on?
No
Okay, there we
editing.
go.
Leave
There
it
we
all
go.
in. Keep it raw.
Good thing I have editing skills. Okay, whatever.
No, it's
No
just
one needs to hear
DIY
this
as
professional
fuck.
shit.
It's because we got to talk. It's the ghost of Dave Brockie. He's trolling us.
It is.
He doesn't want us to
Odorous.
talk about this.
Yeah, Jesus.
The scum
There's an
dogs.
odorous among us.
Yeah.
Odorous among us.
Man. Yeah. So
PU.
because we're so laughing about it, but yeah, Dave Brockie died late. Let's see, Sunday night, like almost I think at like midnight. Really unexpected, especially since Guar kind of was just getting back. Kind of to form after Corey Smoot died and everything. But yeah, I don't know if you want to talk about maybe your history with Guar, if you've ever seen him before or anything like that.
Well, there's nothing like going to your first Gwar show and seeing Odorous fuck a dog after he decapitates him. That sounds the underground.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're a fan for life.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I only caught 3 times ever, but always amazingly entertaining. They're hit or miss on record, honestly. But they're a band I've listened to since high school. Carnival of Chaos was my first Guar record, and it's like I say, their albums are a little iffy, but if you see them live, you are in the cult of Guar forever.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
You just have to bow down. They are incredible, and they'll always, hold a place in the metal pantheon of, bands that have expanded the genre and done stuff at the live show that, is just incredible. So awesome.
Yeah.
And it's a total bummer.
I actually.
Yeah. Like for me, I've seen them. I've also seen them 3 times. First time was at Sounds of the Underground, then 2 years ago, and then I was supposed to see him last year and actually interview Odorous Urungus, and then when I got sick, I had to cancel the interview, which really sucks. I mean, had I known that was going to be the final Gwar tour, I mean, I would have done everything I could to make it.
Yeah.
But but I agree with you. They are hit or miss on the record side of things. Their live shows are unfuckably good. I mean, every tour just gets better and better. For me, my favorite Gwar album is actually one that most people don't like, Lust in Space. But Bloody Pit of Horrors, which I thought was a bit of a lower record, and I think they ended really good with Battle Maximus. I thought it was returning to form and getting some good stuff, and I was really hoping to hear some new Gwar, maybe at the end of the year or next year or something. And I was actually going to try to make it to Barbecue this year, and now it feels like I really should.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll do some really cool tribute.
Yeah, that's
really
kind of like the main thing. Like, is Guar going to continue? I don't think so. But if not, are they still going to do Barbecue? Actually, how I found out about Dave Brockie was that my friend's band is actually slated to play Barbecue. They haven't been announced yet, but like he got a call from them. It's like, oh geez, so this might be legit. But I.
Oh, are you talking about Beep?
Yes, talking about. I remember the first time I saw Guar. It was my final day of finals in college, and it was that tour they did with Cattle Decapitation and Priestess. But like
Oh yeah.
it was an outdoor venue, and it was like a little cold, but there were still people in these like 15-year-old blood-stained, crusty white T-shirts that had like they had penciled in every
Oh,
time
yeah.
they've seen Guar. I'm like, that's awesome. Um, but that time, I
Yeah.
just kind of stood back and kind of witnessed the spectacle. That was a tour that had like Sleazy P Martini on it and everything. The second time I saw them, though, I actually like just threw on some dumb sweatpants and a stupid T-shirt and went into the pit, and like I couldn't stand, like I couldn't keep standing for more than like 3 seconds. It was awesome. It's super. It's just
Yeah.
a super unique experience. I loved it.
That's the great thing
Yeah,
about seeing
definitely.
War in the pit. No matter how hot it gets, you will get sprayed with something to cool yourself off.
Yeah, definitely.
That's for sure. Yeah.
All right. So rest in peace, Dave Brockie.
A quick question for you guys.
Yeah.
A good question for you guys.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite person that Gwar killed on stage? What was your favorite Gwar death?
Ooh.
I would say whenever they killed, I think the first time I saw them, they killed George Bush, and the second time I saw them, they killed Barack Obama. It's like, yeah, they're just not even messing around. They're just going straight to the top and just killing presidents.
Yeah. I saw him took out Sarah Palin. Was pretty funny.
Yeah, I was just
That
about
was
to
quite
say Sarah
entertaining.
Palin. That was my favorite one.
Yeah, that was pretty entertaining. Yeah, I can't deny that.
When they battled God, that was also a great one as well.
Yeah. And chop Jesus in half off the cross. Yeah, that was excellent too.
All right. So moving right along, I guess. I know now that we're kind of in spring, getting close to summer, a lot of metal tour rumors have been announced. So the first one I thought we talked about is the Summer Slaughter rumors, because they've been posting a bunch of like one word references to bands on their Facebook, which hopefully will be who's on Summer Slaughter. The ones I can remember, they just did one for Origin. I can't remember who else they've kind of been teasing for that.
Black Breath, Morbid Angel.
Yeah,
Morbid Angel.
Right.
Yeah, if it shapes up to be
Flotsam
true,
and
it could
Jetsam.
be.
Oh yeah, Flotsam and Jetsam. That's weird, but kind of cool at the same time.
That's a weird one. Yeah, that would be interesting.
That would be the redheaded stepchild of the entire tour.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Yeah, it could shape up to be a really good one.
Summer Slaughter.
I mean, Attack.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. I don't know. Summer Slaughter for the longest time, it's like they had one good year and then one off year. But it seems like I want to know when this is Necrophagist's tour. Why are they not on it every single year? That's what I want to know. It's not the Faceless's tour. It's Necrophagist. Damn it.
Yeah, and last year it was hardly a death metal tour. I mean, it was a good lineup last year, but I mean, it wasn't really a death metal lineup.
Like,
Dillinger Escape Plan and
Periphery
in the ocean and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, I love that kind of a tour, but I can understand why people get so pissed off about it.
It's just weird that it's like labeled as Summer Slaughter.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's almost tour. Like a Progressive Nation tour or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And being a prog guy, I love something like that. But I actually made reference to this last year. It's like when I was talking about how gent and deathcore is on the downside right now, and there's no new shitty genre coming out for Summer Slaughter to tour behind, that I figured that they would have 1 or 2 years where they could showcase the best metal bands. And I think if they actually keep up with everything that's going on this year, it'll be the best Summer Slaughter to date.
Oh, yeah. It has a lot of potential, finally.
I just know that they've done the whole mentioning bands on Facebook thing before, and it did not pan out at all. So hopefully they stick true to that. The only Summer Slaughter I've actually seen is the first one. And half the bands dropped off my date anyway. But it was still Necrophagist and Decapitated with the original vocalist, original drummer. So that was worth it. But
There you go.
Before he was decapitated.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, the other thing I kind of wanted to talk about, there was kind of a rumor about the Rock in Rio Festival that would be coming to the United States.
Oh yeah.
And first off, I don't know if they'd keep it, Rock in Rio. I mean, I can kind of understand if they would, because there's like a Lollapalooza Chili and whatever. But
yeah, because they were talking about what, Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah. It kind of fits with Vegas in a way, you know what I mean?
Like that is true.
I guess.
They would have it at the Rio Hotel, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll work.
But the thing,
Rocket Rio.
The thing I was thinking about is like predominantly metal. Like I've heard this from like metal people. Rock in Rio is not a straight up metal festival. Like the lineup right here for last year, it says chronologically the headline acts were Beyonce, Muse, Justin Timberlake, Metallica, Bon Jovi, Bruce Springsteen, and Iron Maiden. So
it's one of those.
Yeah, I mean it's like,
but it's South America. It's kind of different though.
That's true. Yeah. It's just weird that Iron Maiden and Beyonce were on the same stage like a day apart.
Yeah.
Rock in Rio in Vegas, starring Bruno Mars and Decapitated.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I can see that.
Justin Bieber guesting on the final Brutal Truth set.
I don't know. Do you think Las Vegas would be a good place to hold something like that? I know that they have like that punk rock bowling thing, which I mean that's obviously not a huge festival, but
yeah, and Las Vegas Death Fest is
a
medium-sized thing. But I think Vegas could support, like, if they're gonna do a giant festival in the U.S., it needs to be a city like that where people are willing to go there as a destination.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's gonna pan out. Because, there's a few of those decent-sized festivals in the Midwest, but you don't see people traveling en masse to those, like the way, European festivals and South American festivals are and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Like there's all those. There's one actually in Wisconsin later next month. It's just a whole bunch of bands and then Possessed. So I'm like, what? Like that's awesome.
I would love to travel down there, but it's about like 5 hours away from me.
Yeah. But
see, when they label something in Wisconsin, it's never by me because I'm right next to Minnesota. It's always down in Milwaukee and Chicago, which sucks.
Yeah, definitely.
Real quick, Jordan, do you want to give us a rundown of the sweet action you saw at South by Southwest this year?
Ooh, yeah.
I can. Yeah.
Did you see the accident that happened down there?
Handful of shows. I did not see the accident. I got on the bus about a block away from where it happened, like an hour before it happened that night.
Oh shit!
So I'm lucky I didn't stick around for the whole Relapse showcase because that could have been bad news. But I went to only 3 shows this year. I kind of laid low compared to previous years because some years I've gone like day and night, like multiple days in a row. But this year, there were a lot fewer like free day metal shows, so a lot of it was kind of nighttime this year. So on Tuesday, the 11th, I caught the Pitchfork Show No Mercy showcase at Mohawk, and so that was the day before the accident. That was the venue like where the event happened right in front of. So that was kind of crazy. But yeah, Indian headlined outside. It was Indian, Kylesa, Power Trip, Christian Mistress, Windhand, and Iron Reagan were the outside stage. And then inside
That's still
was
one of my favorite names ever, is Iron Reagan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and they're an excellent live act. Like if you get a chance to catch them live, like you will no longer feel the need to go see Municipal Waste, because honestly, it's like just as good as Municipal Waste, but better musically, in my opinion. I don't know. Waste gets kind of old to me after a while. But, so Iron Reagan kicked off the outside stage, and then the inside lineup was, I don't know how to pronounce this band, Yajuta, or Yajuta, or Yautja. I don't know if you guys heard them.
I haven't.
Yeah, they're kind of an interesting, like, hardcore grind thing. I don't know. And then Sannhet, Sannhet. They're kind of like a lot of people at the show call them like Death Heaven without vocals.
Okay.
They're kind of like instrumental, post-metal, black metal-y, you know, atmospheric. They're kind of interesting. Psalm Zero was also on the inside stage. They're kind of like an industrial band. They're hard to describe. Their record this year, The Drain, was kind of interesting. It's something that I'm definitely going to have to listen to a few more times to dissect. And then after them was Primitive Man. Awesome Colorado band if you haven't checked them out. And then
Absolutely.
Gnaw. Have you guys heard of Gnaw? Gnaw?
Oh, yeah.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. So I had only heard about them a couple days prior to the show, and they were incredible. They have a very atmospheric sound, and even on this little inside stage at Mohawk, they sounded incredible. Just like the record, they were able to recreate all the atmospherics, and just, yeah, they were amazing to see live. But yeah, all the bands were really good. Windhand was excellent that night. If you've not seen them before, they do like the kind of throwbacky doom with the female vocals, but a little more like Electric Wizard infused, so pretty heavy. Good stuff. Power Trip always goes nuts. If you saw that video online anywhere of the PBS reporter in the Power Trip pit during South by, so that was at this show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that was, this show. That was fun. Yeah. And then Kylesa was having some technical difficulties to start their set, so they started a little late. So they got cut a little short for Indian to play after them. But yeah, Indian was crushing. After all those bands, you know, you kind of get, after a lineup like that, you see, 10 bands in a day or whatever, you're kind of worn out by the end of the night. But Indian came out and just destroyed, like, incredible. Yeah. Doomy, sludge, like, just crushing. Yeah.
Awesome.
They were incredible. So yeah, that was Tuesday. Wednesday, I went to the Relapse showcase, and I was mainly just going to see Obliteration. The Norwegian band. They're from the same town as Dark Throne. Excellent death metal. Their Black Death Horizon was their record that came out last year. And this was the only show that they were doing during South by, so I made a point to make it to this one. Puron and Primitive Man played before Obliteration, so they were both really good, of course. But yeah, Obliteration stole the show. And then I took off after that, and luckily got out of downtown before things got crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was bad stuff. And there's a nice memorial outside the Mohawk now, where the accident happened and everything. And yeah, there's still a lot of talk about it, in town here. I'm sure the guy's going to get the death penalty or something, I would imagine, from the way things are shaping up. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Because a third person, I don't know if you guys saw, a third person died like a few days later who was in the hospital.
Oh, yeah. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, and there's still another person in critical condition, so, I mean, it could be up to 4 people by the time all is said and done. So, yeah, that guy's done for.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I didn't go to anything Thursday. And Friday I caught a show which Converse and Thrasher, the skateboard magazine, put on a great lineup of day shows all week during South by. And this one was the most metal one of the week. I caught Black Tusk, Power Trip, and Kylesa. Like, got to see a full set from Kylesa during the day, which is always good. I enjoy seeing them live. And then I saw Youth Code on the inside stage at the Scoot Inn is where that was. I don't know if you guys know Youth Code. They're pretty interesting, electronic-y, hardcore female vocalists.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people at South by were going nuts for them. I mean, they were packing out every stage they played all week, from what I saw. So,
nice.
Yeah, and then that was the last thing I caught. I was kind of burnt out by the end of the week, and Austin gets so crazy during South by Southwest, you kind of don't want to leave your house because everything's just so nuts. So, yeah, by then I was kind of burnt out, and that was the end of my week. Yeah, kind of light one this year, but yeah, just saw a lot of good bands. I
Yeah.
can't complain.
So you saw.
Yeah, I had a few friends that made it down there this year and had a good time.
Yeah.
So you saw Primitive
What are you
Man
gonna say, Jackson?
twice?
I did.
Okay, yeah,
So that was
I caught them here.
Second and third time seeing them because I saw them last year.
Okay, yeah,
yeah.
I caught them here like on their way down to Austin, and they were really good. They played about 12 minutes and then started their last song, and it was like 10 o'clock at night. I was like, what is happening? So I'm hoping their normal sets are like way longer.
When I saw them last year, they played about 40 minutes.
Okay.
I would say. What I'm guessing is they were just doing their South by Southwest sets.
I guess
on the way down
sense,
to South by, because with South by, most bands you usually at most will get 30 minutes to play. Some bands get 20 minutes. So they're probably just slotting in like the exact songs they were gonna play. Yeah, I'm guessing.
They're coming back.
They're
makes
live
sense.
though. Yeah.
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 Okay.
I'd love to see them someday if they ever come around here.
They seem like they tour a lot.
Yeah, it seems like they're hitting the road a lot. Yeah, so hopefully they'll do some more widespread stuff.
Okay. I totally skipped over the first thing we're supposed to talk about. Whatever. 2014 albums. The year is a fourth of the way over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You want to go down the line, Josh? You want to start saying some of your favorite albums this year so far?
Sure. I'll try to hit some ones that we wouldn't normally be talking about here, since I'm sure we're gonna have a few of the same. My favorite album right now is this band called Disrage, who are a very genre-bending band. I mean, they can go from everything from like pop rock to electronica to grindcore, all within the same song. It's like listening to Linkin Park and Brutal Truth making an album together.
Yeah, that's what I like.
It's really cool band from Italy. Yeah, it's some cool stuff there. Vanishing Point is a great progressive power metal band out of Australia that I just discovered this year that I've been loving a lot. Woods of Desolation, and another Australian band. Very atmospheric black metal. Very cool stuff there. Cynic, Alcest, Behemoth. Indians on there as well. A lot of great stuff coming out this year.
All right. Jordan, you want to hit some?
Yeah, I think it's been a great year, and there's a lot of good stuff coming out, to come out yet. The new Thou record, Heathen, I think is excellent.
Oh, yeah.
Some doomy sludge metal from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Excellent. They're touring a lot this summer, so if you get a chance to catch them, do it by all means, because they are incredible live, and I'm sure these new songs will translate very well to the stage. The new Cormorant record I was able to check out.
Metal
Earth
Set List got
Diver.
thanked
That's
in that.
a very interesting. Oh, really?
Yeah, we're in the liner notes.
Not that surprised considering how much praise they get around those parts.
Absolutely.
Great record. Yeah.
Yeah, I just got it last week.
Stuff.
It's amazing.
Yeah. The new Coffin Worm is excellent. It's on Profound Lore. I know it's up on the Profound Lore Bandcamp site, so if you want to check that out, you can stream it. It's out there now. It's blackened doom metal. Sanford Parker produced it, if that gives you an idea, from like Corrections House and Knock Mystium and stuff. So a lot of atmosphere to it. Very similar to Dragged into Sunlight and stuff like that. So if you haven't listened to those guys before, out of Indianapolis, and they're killer. I really like the new Gridlink record. Some really interesting grinds.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Sadly,
and their final record. Yeah, exactly. So it's a good note to go out on, I guess. So can't complain too much. And Artificial Brain, some crazy death metal. It's pretty brutal stuff. That's pretty technical, cool stuff. And Nuclear Hammer. I don't know if you guys are looking forward to that record, but that's going to be a beast of a Black Death record.
I don't think I've actually heard of them.
Yeah, they're a Canadian band who's doing some pretty intense stuff.
Are they on? Do you know if
To
they're
say
on
the
Nuclear War
least.
now?
I'm pretty sure they're on
Okay.
NWN for this release.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then a couple good splits out. Cannabis Corpse and Ghoul have a split out that was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
And then the new Acid Witch Nunslaughter split
Ooh.
on Hell's Headbangers is pretty killer.
Very nice.
Some good tracks
I
on that
actually
one. So,
forgot about
yeah.
that.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love Nunslaughter.
Yeah.
I like Nunslaughter
Get
too,
that
but I
one.
really like
only
Acid
4
Witch.
tracks, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really want to see those guys live.
For me,
Jackson.
But what about
Yeah.
you, Jackson?
For me, the first album I heard this year was that new Alcest, which was really good. I don't think it's metal in the slightest, but
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was great.
The last song, Deliverance, I think is their best song.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's even better live.
The new Behemoth really, really surprised me. That was really good.
Yeah. Return to Form.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Benighted, their new album Carnivore Sublime. Probably the best like death grind record I've heard this year so far. I'd almost say like the death grind parts of Anal Nathrak. If you like that, you'll like Benighted. Like it's great.
Do you like that, Jackson? Do
you
like
know,
that?
Anal Nathrak, they're okay.
Yeah.
You know, they need more breakdowns.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And bass drops.
Dubstep.
Oh yeah. I just heard the new Ringworm, which really surprised me too.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know
Good record.
they're basically
Absolutely.
I did a review on them and I basically said they are like later era creator and they do it really good. I think it sounds fantastic. But my favorite album so far this year is this English band called Bast, B-A-S-T. They have an album called Spectres, and the best way I can describe it is if Mastodon or Baroness did like a black metal album. Like, and it sounds crazy, but it's not like a perfect blending of the genres, but it's like they do the progressive stuff and the sludge stuff 100%, but then also the black metal stuff 100%. It's really an interesting record.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's
interesting.
definitely
Yeah, that sounds cool.
And I don't like the new Embryonic Devourment record just because the lyrical content is so stupid. It's called Reptilian Agenda, and it's all about how the reptiles are taking over politics and whatever. Embryonic Devourment's actually coming here.
It sounds like me.
The Embryonic Devourment's coming here, but I could go see Iron Reagan for $3 instead, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
I'd rather spend the $3 on Iron Reagan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is actually the amount of money that I paid to see the ocean for the first time is only $3.
Yeah.
It was one of the most incredible sets I've ever seen.
That's awesome.
That's a good $3 show.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A bunch of shitty local bands and then the ocean.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Makes the ocean that much
For
better.
$3. Yeah.
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 All right. Okay. The next thing I wanted to talk about was we heard some new Metallica. What do you think?
That's right.
That's true.
Any
Are
strong
you talking about
feelings?
the demo or the Dio?
It,
Which one are you talking about?
the demo, the Lords of Summer.
Oh, the demo, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
To me, being a longtime Metallica fan, Metallica was the first band that got me into metal. I only saw Metallica twice during the Saint Anger tour, so I have every right to bitch about their set list from here on out. Yeah, my very first show was Summer Sanitarium with Limp Bizkit in Lincoln Park, so again, I have every right to bitch. But getting back into it, I can tell a lot of it's going to change by the ending result of it since it is demo, and I think they're actually going to pay attention to the fans. Like, they need to cut some stuff out of it because it does go on for a bit too long. I would say like 2 or 3 minutes too long. But that said, the song is actually quite good. Again, besides like the song title and the lyrics and everything, like musically, it's some of their best stuff they've done in quite a while.
Yeah, as far as a mid-tempo Metallica song, it's not bad. I think it's interesting that they're playing it live and stuff. Like, it'd be more interesting, I think, if they released it as a demo and then maybe cut up some of those riffs and then it became other things on the new record. Like, I know they kind of have done some stuff to that in the past. But yeah, it's okay. I like Death Magnetic. I don't think it was mind-boggling, you know? It was a band that's their age doing their thing. And if they
solid.
keep doing their thing, yeah, it'll be fine. So, yeah, I mean, I think it has potential. I mean, Josh, as a drummer, you can probably say that Lars isn't the most technical or, you know...
yeah, well, he is actually quite technical. He keeps playing a 5/4 when the song's in 4/4.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good spin on it. Yeah, that's a positive outlook. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, what'd you think of it, Jackson?
I do agree that I think it goes on a bit long, but this is Metallica we're talking about. They've had that problem since their first album. Other than that, I actually thought it was kind of funny. The first initial reaction I heard was like, oh, here's Lars showing off his skills. I'm like, it's not, I mean, for Lars, I'm sure that's great, but it's not that, like, crazy. Other than that,
oh my god, he's playing double bass!
Yeah, like, double bass is mind-blowing when it's coming from Lars.
Right?
But,
wow.
Double bass!
the thing about it, it's like, I did like Death Magnetic. I thought some of the songs on Death Magnetic were some of the best songs they've written in a very long time. This song, I would say, is like, if it was on Death Magnetic, I'd put it like in the middle of the pack. So for their new album, it can go up from there and go down from there. I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
What do you think's gonna come out first, the new Metallica or the new Tool?
My opinion on Tool is whatever.
It's my opinion on Tool as well. I have the same feeling, but they have the same kind of fan base, though. Metallica fans and Tool fans. I mean, they're like diehard to the end.
Yeah.
They will wait 20 years for a new album.
I'd say Metallica has a good chance of putting out something before Tool does at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They don't seem to be too excited to get that record out. As long as they can charge what they charge and play a few dates a year, Tool is fine with what they're doing, I think.
It's true. And people will pay to see it, too.
And Maynard has, like,
they do.
5
they
different
pay
side
to see the same show.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, the lights in the arena.
Yeah.
It just boggles my mind here in 46 and 2 with these lasers going off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same show they've been doing for 20 years now, it seems like.
I'm glad I paid $115 to see this for the 4th time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. One of the last things I want to talk about was that crazy new Max Cavalera project. Josh, what is it called? I can't remember again.
Oh, yes. Killer Be Killed.
Killer Be Killed. So it's Max Cavalera from Sepultura, Troy Saunders on bass from Mastodon and vocals, and then Greg Puciato from Dillinger Escape playing on guitar and vocals, and then I don't remember the drummer. Oh, it's the drummer from the Mars Volta, isn't it?
Yeah, Dave Eldridge.
Such a weird pairing, and the output, they just recently put out 2 songs. It is very, very, like, half of it is like hard rock radio staple stuff, and then the other half, which is like when Greg Puciato's basically singing, is like crazy hard death metal. And I think it's awesome.
I do too. I understand why people are bitching about it, because they want something that sounds like Sepultura, Dillinger Escape playing Mastodon, and the Mars Volta combined. But they're doing what they want to do. I mean, they already have bands that sound like that, so they want to try something different, and I think it's working out for them.
Yeah, if you tried to combine all those bands, it would just be a train wreck. Like, it wouldn't work. So people's expectations, people don't know what they want. People just think they know what they want. So I have not heard the songs yet. Exactly. That is what the internet's for. I've not heard the tracks yet, but yeah, I definitely need to check that out because it's a project I've been
it's
been
pretty
interested in hearing
surprising.
since I heard about it initially.
Yeah, on the first track, actually, I don't even think Max sings at all. I think it's just Troy and Greg. But then on the second track, it's
Okay.
and when Max kicks in, you're like, oh, okay, there he is. I think out of those four bands, it's probably the least Sepultura-ish out of them all. Like I'd say the other three bands kind of have a bigger sound in there. But
And
Yeah,
yeah,
that sounds
I think
about
that's
right.
okay.
it's crazy if it can replace Volbeat on hard rock radio, I'd be okay with that. I'm sick of Volbeat now.
Oh,
There
I
you go.
would too.
Yeah, definitely. Are they talking about
Oh,
touring that
Volbeat.
band at all?
I don't.
I would really hope that they would.
I don't think they've talked about it. I mean, it would seem.
They would have to go through Max's wife.
Yeah.
Um.
It seems like it would be most advantageous for Max and the Mars Volta guy.
Yeah.
Considering what they have
Yeah.
going on at the moment.
I would say I know
Can I just say one really douchey thing about Max?
what.
They Soulfly did a show here about a month and a half ago, and at their merch table they had a sign that says $100 to meet Max Cavalera, and all you got to do is shake his hand and take a picture with him for $100.
Yeah,
so
He doesn't he doesn't sign Sepultura records.
I've heard he's been pulling that.
I think she's been pulling that, but
Yeah, I hope so, at least. But yeah,
Good
it's a
God.
sad state of affairs, the Cavalera situation.
Oh man.
ugh. And people
Him and his
wonder
wife
why
should start a
Sepultura hasn't
band.
gotten back together.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
All right. That's
One thing I was thinking about is what are your anticipated albums for 2014 that we know about?
Oh man.
Triptychon.
Oh yeah.
Triptychon, absolutely.
Triptychon will be good.
Yeah, that's gonna be massive.
Off the top of my head, I can't really even. The new Autopsy.
Oh yeah, new Autopsy will be good.
Autopsy has been a machine lately, like putting out record after record. I love it.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. We just need a few full U.S. tours to go with these records, and I'd be really happy.
Absolutely.
Is there a new Mastodon this year or no?
There should be, yeah.
They said something about
I
it.
heard that they
think.
might be premiering like a track or two on the new tour. I really hope they're going to
Right.
stick with the Leviathan tour that they were talking about before. I'd love to see Leviathan in full. And
Yeah,
I'm actually
that would
really
be
happy
great.
when they did the Crack the Sky tour for the first time back in 2009. The Minnesota show was the last time that they played Hearts Alive before the
Oh, wow.
possible upcoming Leviathan
Yeah.
tour. So I'm really happy I got to see Hearts Alive for
Yeah.
the last time back then.
Great track. Yeah, definitely.
yeah. For me, the new Devin Townsend albums that are going to be coming out, Casualties are cool. I think it's going to be like a cool Johnny Cash kind of album. Zoltoid Squared is going to be coming out possibly at the end of the year or next year. I think that'll be pretty sweet. And then another Devin Townsend Project album as well.
Oh wow, I didn't know he had that much stuff on his plate.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, his like pledge campaign is like over. I think it's like 500% right now. It's
Yeah,
cool to
not
see that many
surprising.
diehard fans.
Definitely. New Crowbar record later this year, right? That should be
Yeah,
interesting.
I heard about that.
And the new Down song. I don't know if you guys like Down much, but the new
that's
new
right.
track
Oh, I
sounds
love
good.
Down.
Yeah. So
What-
that should be.
One of the best moments of my life was hanging out with Down on the tour bus, air drumming to Open Coffins. After
That's awesome.
right before the show, that was so cool.
Hell yeah, they're great guys. Yeah, I love them.
Oh yeah, I just wish they weren't going on tour with Zakk Wylde because I mean, of course they're gonna have like the same kind of fan base and everything. It's just I want to see Down headline again. I don't want to see them opening for Black Label.
Yeah, I the Austin show's a Down headliner, so I have no complaints here. No Zakk Wylde for our show. Yeah.
And then what was it like? Howard Jones' new band is gonna be on there, and Butcher Babies.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah. Yep.
No thanks. I'll skip that.
Jackson,
Of all the
shake your
tours that
head,
are
yeah.
out there, that is definitely one of them.
God.
That is one of them. Yeah, can't deny that. Speaking of tours, what? I was just gonna say, what do you guys think about that Pomona Rockfest, the Scion Rockfest?
Oh,
rather, in
yeah.
Pomona?
I noticed they
Did you see that
changed the
finalized
names
lineup?
around because I thought it was going to be Municipal Waste that was going to be headlining, and I saw they switched it with Machine Head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if something happened there.
I correctly
true.
called two of them. I called Blast and I called Orchid, so I'm happy.
Yeah, definitely.
I
think Machine Head was a bit of a surprise. It's kind of a letdown compared to the last one they had in California.
Well, the last one,
Yeah.
the one they had last year, didn't they have Whitechapel as one of the headlining bands?
They did.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah, Machine Head's better than Whitechapel.
Yeah, that is true.
It's true.
I can pull it up here and run down them real quick. I'll go from bottom to top. Okay, so we got Moab, Black
All
Sheep
right.
Wall, Big Business, Big Business is okay. They're kind of hand in hand with the Melvins and stuff like that.
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah, we got the Well, Carousel, Pins of Light, All Them Witches, Aqua Nebula Oscillator, great name. Hot Lunch.
Say that 5 times fast.
Now we're getting into the kind of the big stuff. So we got Lord Dying, Necrogoblicon, In Cold Blood, Exhumed, Windhand. Exhumed and Windhand are on the same level, which is kind of blowing my mind. Jex Thoth, I don't know if I'm saying that right. And then we've got Coffins from Japan, so good. Power Trip, Speed Wolf, Blast, Midnight, awesome. Buzzo, which I'm assuming is just King Buzzo's acoustic solo show.
That sounds
I
about
assume
right.
so.
Crowbar, Orchid, Red Fang, High on Fire, Machine Head. I'm really happy High on Fire and Machine Head are the two like headliners here, because that's awesome for High on Fire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Anything Mike Pike related.
Yeah. You're right though about the low Exhumed billing. Like, it's crazy that Exhumed's below like Speed Wolf.
Yeah.
Like, I love Speed Wolf, but I just didn't think they were that big. Like, I don't know. But yeah.
The only thing I can think of is that Exhumed tore so much that they might be lower on the bill.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I can think of when I saw
and
it.
in California too, it's like they're practically a local band there, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, for a free show, I wouldn't complain.
Yeah, definitely not.
Oh, I wouldn't either. It's about a 3-day drive for me, but
yeah, that's the only catch.
That's same day as Slayer for me, so I got to pass.
Yeah.
Another festival that's going to be coming up, I know it's closer to you guys than it would be for me, Mayhem Festival. What do you guys feel about that this year?
Well, as you might know, Mayhem Festival has kind of been ruined for me, just the name of it, until the lineup comes out and whatever. But
exactly.
They released dates and Kansas City was on it, and then they took it off. So I'm still not 100% sure if we're getting a date or if like it's going to be tied in with some local promoter here and they're going to wait to announce it. I don't know. But from what I've seen from super awesome, legit sources that know people in the metal community, I don't think the lineup's going to be that great.
Oh, I can't imagine what you're talking about, Jackson. Please go on.
Hey,
please
pay
elaborate.
$15 to sign up for my mailing list. I don't know.
Okay, cool.
Mayhem Fest is the times I've gone, it's been fun. Every time I've gone, Slayer's played, so if Slayer's not on, I don't know if I'll go. But usually the second.
Yeah, those are the only times I've been.
Yeah, usually the side stages are way better than the main stage, but hopefully it's passable.
That sounds about right.
I think it's a good festival for exposing, some kids to some bands they might not hear or see otherwise. And for that, I think it does a good job, usually, but it's not for me. I haven't been in a few years, and I'm not going to go this year.
It's going to give good exposure to bands like Body Count and.
Oh yeah, I forgot Body Count.
Yeah, those underground bands like Body Count.
I don't like. I would think.
What the hell
I
is
saw Body
Cop
Count
Tour?
last year. Yeah.
I would think that like Mayhem Fest
I
is.
saw them last year and they were awesome.
Yeah, dude. Shoot a cop in his motherfucking face. No, I think Mayhem Fest is probably like the #1 reason Behemoth is as big as they are, just because they've done it a couple times. I really think that like these kids, I mean Mayhem Fest when it started, it's Slipknot and whoever, you know, and to see like these kids are like, I know it sounds really stupid. It might put Behemoth in a negative light, but I mean this in the best way. It's like these kids are like, oh my god, I saw this band from Norway, even though they're not from Norway. Like, oh, they're so metal and stuff,
Right,
all this
yeah.
stuff.
Exactly.
It's like their first exposure to like legit death metal. Of course, it's gonna blow their minds. So good for them.
Yeah.
Did you see that Negro guy? He's amazing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think Amon Amarth got some good exposure.
Oh yeah,
at Mayhem,
absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't.
Yeah.
I think it was because of that tour that they've been selling out so much this year. I mean, with the Enslaved Skeleton Witch tour.
For sure. I know.
Of course, they were going to sell out in Minnesota, being in Viking territory.
They wear purple?
Definitely.
Well, they kept mentioning Minnesota Vikings all the time.
Of
and the
course.
crowd, Vikings!
I'm sure.
Now, I remember the first time. Well, not the first time Monomarth has been here, but the first time I saw them, it was that like the Evening With tour where they did all of Surtur Rising, and that was an actual sellout show. And then this last time when they came around with Enslaved and Skeleton Witch, if it wasn't sold out, it was damn close. So they obviously can pull really, really good. So yeah.
My favorite story about Amon Amarth was the first time I saw them actually going full circle. This whole discussion was the first time I saw Gwar on Sounds of the Underground in 2007. The band that played before Amon Amarth was Devil Wears Prada. And they were talking about how much they loved Jesus at the end of it. And they started getting pelted with water bottles by all of the Amon Amarth fans until they left stage, and then Amon Amarth took over. And just like talking about the Nordic Viking culture. It was just amazing. Because I always heard about those stories, but it wasn't until I saw the Devil Wears Prada get pelted with water bottles that I could see something like that.
Yeah. That's excellent.
That's awesome. All right.
Oh, and I actually did see an Amon Amarth fan. They had like I was trying to remember exactly how it goes with the Devil Wears Prada, where they had like a Devil Wears Prada fan like decapitated by an Amon Amarth fan on their T-shirt. It was like fan made. It was just like they had the head coming off and like blood was like dripping down. And it was like a Amon Amarth logo on there.
That's awesome.
Nice.
And another great thing with Amon Amarth was when I was in line for getting into Sounds of the Underground, Johan had like 2 36-packs of Heineken under each arm, and he was looking out into the crowd that was going in and just released the biggest yeah, and then walked right onto the tour bus.
Crazy Vikings.
That sounds about right.
Oh boy. All right.
Yeah.
Is there anything pressing that we didn't get to that you'd like to touch on or anything like that?
Not yet, unless something comes up quick.
Yeah, nothing else comes to mind for me.
All right. Well, I guess we can go ahead and call it then. So thanks for being a part of our first sweet, awesome podcast. That doesn't have a name yet. Whatever. But all right, I guess
The
we'll...
number one source for metal information will be taken later.
Yeah, definitely. Sourced. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Yeah. I will talk to you later then.
Thank you. Sounds good. See you next time.